But first, the top story of the day. Dr Binayak Sen finally walked free a couple of hours ago. This after spending nearly 4 months in jail. There were absolutely ecstatic scenes as he finally walked out. He was then received and greeted by many of the people who had been fighting for so long to secure his freedom. There was a national and an international campaign to secure the release of Dr Binayak Sen, who was, of course, thrown into jail on sedition charges that the Supreme Court questioned just a couple of days back as it granted him bail. And now it gives us great pleasure to welcome onto the program live here on India Decides at 9, Dr Binayak Sen. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Sir, I have to say, were you somewhat surprised, touched by the extent of support that you have got in these months, the number of people who've really been fighting to secure your freedom?
Well, I'm just part of a campaign. So it's really the campaign that is fighting this battle, and I'm just happen to be the the point at which the battle took off. So it's not a question of support for me; it's a question of support for the campaign, and it's a campaign that we are all fighting together. But what we are trying to do is to find, bring about a situation. There are thousands of other people like me in the jail, who are there in under exactly the same charges, whom no one knows about, but people do know about me. So, and we are very much heartened to take note of the comments of Mr. Veerappa Moily, the Central Law Minister, with respect to Section 121 and Section 124 of the Indian Penal Code. And we want a situation to be brought about in which there is a situation in which the definition of loyalty to the people of this country is more in keeping with a free citizen of a free country rather than something that we have inherited from our colonial masters.
Right. So you have been charged, of course, sir, with sedition, and that's been one of the most serious of the charges against you. How do you respond to that charge? Do you think at any time, in any way, you've been disloyal to this nation? Because that essentially is what sedition means.
Well, more important than what I feel is what the Supreme Court says, that there is no evidence of any seditious activity against me. But the point is that there are thousands of other people who are in a similar situation. And I have never had any feeling of disloyalty for the people of this country. I'm proud to be an Indian, and I'm proud to be part of the Indian people. So my loyalties are very clear. But the point is that the laws are defined in a particular way. So this is something that needs to be taken apart. We also want to continue our campaign for peace and justice. So we need a situation in which dignity, from a dignified definition of loyalty, and peace and justice can all go together, and that's what we are all trying for.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.